Hey guys, I'm here with Maria Menounos, the beautifully talented Maria, and I can't thank you enough for joining us here today on this gorgeous day for your beauty brunch.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, our pleasure, and welcome home.
Thank you.
I know that you are a New Englander yourself.
Yep.
So I know that your book just came out March 8th, so this is just the beginning of your tour. How does it feel to be back home?
I love getting to come back here and meet people and see people. Like, people are coming up to me at the Barnes & Noble at the Prudential Center yesterday with all 3 books to sign, and so it's nice.
And I know that, aside from having your new book come out, you also have some more exciting news.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened this week? Something like
Kevin
a new
put a
engagement?
ring on it.
Now, I love love stories. How did this happen?
He proposed to me on the Howard Stern show.
I am still in shock. My jaw is just dropped. I can't even believe this.
Kevin and I, when we first got together, our families were not so pleased, especially mine, because he wasn't Greek. We were living in a surrogate aunt's basement. We were listening to Howard Stern one day, and Carmen Electra was on the show, and Kevin looked at me, and I was like 40 pounds heavier. I was like a chubby little college kid, and he was like, "You're going to be on that show someday, and you're going to be a star." And so years later, when I made my first appearance on Howard Stern, I called him from the dressing room, and I'm like, oh my God, I just remembered you said this was going to happen. And then after that, he had been on the show with me multiple times. It really was like a full circle story to be on there this week promoting the cookbook, and all of a sudden he breaks out a ring and proposes, and I had the shock of my life. I literally didn't even say yes.
I saw your Instagram post, actually, and you told them to caption. I was like, that is... So are you ever surprised? Because I'm not one to get surprised often. So
you cannot surprise me. I know everything. I have psychic powers too. So the fact that he pulled this off, and Beth and Howard helped him, and Beth helped pick the ring, and they were so involved in all of this and so happy for us.
That's incredible. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
First off, can I see the ring?
Yes, of course.
Maria! Are we seeing this?
He did good, right?
All right, future honey, I want a ring like Maria. Kevin, you did good. That is gorgeous. It's stunning.
Thank you.
And like I said, so much exciting news. You just had this engagement in this book.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you on behalf of every girl for this Every Girl's Guide to Cooking.
Thanks.
I know that, 2-time New York best-selling author. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think that is so perfect that you had a book to living, and then fitness, and then, you can't have that healthy lifestyle without a healthy diet.
Yeah. In the prior books, I always had recipes because cooking is something that I do love. I think that now the questions have shifted because I have written these books, so a lot of things have been answered. Like, people used to ask me how I lost 40 pounds, so I wrote about that in the last book. And then with this one, people kept asking me, what do you eat? And so when I started thinking about my diet, it is pretty clean because my mom always cooks really healthy, clean meals, and that's what I've been accustomed to. So I was like, Mom, somehow you figured out with multiple jobs, kids, and a sick husband to put healthy, delicious meals on the table. So you have a formula that works. I should have no excuse. So we decided to collaborate, write them all down, and write the book for the every girl who wants to put a healthy, delicious meal on the table, maybe wants to take control of her diet, because I do attribute a lot of my weight loss success to taking control of my diet and cooking for myself. And so it's fast and easy. The instructions are very simple. I bulleted them out so you don't have to look through a paragraph to find it.
This sounds like my kind of book. A lot of people, because I'll be honest, I do like to cook, but I say it and I use the excuse all the time that I don't have the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure from browsing your book, you have those easy on-the-go recipes. You don't need to be a stay-at-home mom or someone who's just home meal prepping all the time. You can get quick, healthy meals on the go.
Exactly. Cook for your friends, cook for your boyfriend, nice and easy. It'll look fancy, it'll look intricate, but it's not. And they're healthy. And when I looked at all the recipes, I was like, most of these are good for probably diabetics. So I had a top endocrinologist and nutritionist highlight the ones that are good for diabetics, because there are 40 plus million people in this country with diabetes. And so I wanted simple ingredients, which is what we're used to, not things that you don't know what they are. So when you open up the cookbook, you're like, what's this? And where do I find this in the supermarket? Simple instructions, simple ingredients, few of them. Another thing is I solved some problems. So in my last book, I talked to people about meal planning and how important it is to cook up your lunches and dinners on a Sunday if you don't have time during the week to cook every night. I never thought about pre-making breakfast until this book. And I was like, how the hell did I not think about that before? So now I pre-make my breakfast because it's the hardest meal in the morning to get, because you're waking up at the very last minute. and you're rushing out the door, and then you're eating like something you shouldn't be eating.
So here at the Beauty Brunch, we're actually serving one of your recipes. It's a quinoa honey parfait.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Yes, one of your favorites.
I created that because I stopped eating meat like
Me
almost
too.
2 years ago. Really?
Yes.
So you need protein a lot. The yogurt parfait I created because I always have quinoa in my fridge. So I mixed it together, and then I was like, oh, we need something to kind of give it some flavor. So I'm like, we'll put some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. It has anti-inflammatory properties, which I love. Threw that in there, and I was like, oh, we'll put a little honey and some chopped walnuts. And if you don't like walnuts, you can put almonds or whatever.
Brilliant.
And it's great because I pre-make them. I put them in little glass jars in the fridge. So I'm glad everyone's going to get to eat that because that's my recipe. I'm like so proud of myself.
The honey... No, the quinoa honey parfait is Maria's. That is her original. So I'm excited to try that. So, well, again, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to get my hands on your book.
Thank you.
And congratulations again on your engagement.
Thank you.
And
Congrats to you.
Oh, thank you.
The next big thing right here.